Have you ever stopped to think about how much mental energy we spend on food? We obsess over what are the carbs that we want to avoid? What is the protein we want to chase? What is the fat that's in fashion? What is the fat that's going to make me fat? It's a constant conversation about what we're putting into our mouths and our bodies. But what if I told you the most important metabolic conversation your body is having right now is not happening in your stomach and it's not happening in your pancreas? It's actually happening in a much, much lower place. It's your colon. Imagine a dark, bustling, teeming city of trillions of tiny organisms, your gut microbiome. These little guys aren't just freeloaders helping with digestion, they are not powerful chemists. They actually manufacture hormones. They send secret signals straight to your brain, and they are the unseen hands that are literally flip the switch on whether your cells become sensitive to insulin or start resisting it. Today, we are taking a trip into this fascinating frontier. We're going to learn how to become master gardeners of our inner ecosystem, feeding the good microbes that kill cravings and boost our metabolism, and starving the ones that are basically trying to sabotage us. Welcome to my channel. I'm Belinda Dow, a licensed dietitian. Let me break down the science for you. I'm going to call this the pharmacists in our gut. So, to really get this, I want you to picture your gut microbiome not as germs, but as a vast, diverse nation of tiny chemists. And here's the thing: you are their landlord, you are also their only food supplier. Think about what happens when you eat a big plate of vegetables or maybe some beans. That's dietary fiber. Your own human cells can't break it down. It's indigestible to you. So it travels all the way down to the digestive tract like a shipment of raw materials finally arriving at a factory. And when it gets to the colon, your good bacteria, the friendly, hard-working strains, throw a massive feast. Now, here's the beautiful part. Their waste product, it's pure gold for you. It's not just waste, it's a package of metabolic medicine called short chain fatty acids. These are the beneficial drugs your inner pharmacist synthesized just for you. Butyrate is like the, if you want, the premier, the high octane fuel for the cells that line your gut wall. When these cells are well fed, they form a strong, tight barrier. Think of it like a brick wall between your gut contents and your bloodstream. A healthy wall keeps everything where it should be. Acetate and propionate, these are messengers. They travel through your portal vein up to the liver and out into your body. Propionate taps your liver on the shoulder and says, "Hey, slow down on the glucose production, and we're good here." And acetate travels to your fat and muscle cells, and it helps them listen to insulin better. It can even cross into your brain and whisper, "You're full, you can stop eating now." In short, you feed your good bacteria fiber, and they pay you back with stable energy, better insulin sensitivity, and a natural appetite control. It's the ultimate symbiotic relationship. Now we're going to talk about the bad neighbors, or the leaky gut, is what I'm going to call them. What happens in the modern low fiber, high sugar, ultra processed world? What happens when we stop sending those fiber shipments? Well, you starve the good pharmacist bacteria, they start to wither and die off. And in any city, when the good citizens leave, who moves in? The bad neighbors. Pathogenic bacteria that just love sugar and processed fats, These guys, they're not going to produce beneficial short chain fatty acids. Instead, it stirs up trouble and it's going to promote inflammation. This population shift, this dysbiosis, is going to weaken the gut lining, and those tight little junctions between cells start to loosen. It's like the mortar in our brick wall is crumbling. This is what's known as a leaky gut or increased intestinal permeability. And now, pieces of the bad bacteria themselves, fragments called lipopolysaccharides or LPS, they are going to slip through these cracks and they're going to escape into your bloodstream. Your immune system does not mess around. It sees the LPS as a foreign invader and it hits the red alert, triggering a low grade chronic systemic inflammation throughout your body. And remember, inflammation is kryptonite to insulin. It's like throwing sand into the delicate gears of your insulin receptors, jamming the whole machine. This creates a direct, undeniable pipeline. A poor diet creates bad gut bugs, that sounded so funny, which creates a leaky gut, which lets inflammatory particles into your blood, which creates a systemic inflammation, which leads directly to worsening insulin resistance. This is why two people can eat the same exact slice of bread and one will have a nice, gentle blood sugar curve while the other spikes into danger zone. It's not just the bread, it's the unique civilization in their gut processing that bread in completely different ways. How do we cultivate our inner garden? So the $1,000,000 question is how do you become a master gardener of this inner ecosystem? How do we cultivate a lush, thriving garden instead of a weed-filled lot? It's actually pretty simple. It's about feeding the good and crowding out the bad. Here's the simple three-part protocol I'm going to explain. One, we feed the allies. The prebiotic strategy. Your number one goal is diversity. We're not just aiming for a salad, we're aiming for 30 or more different plant foods a week. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, herbs, spices, legumes, whole grains. Each one of these plants feeds a slightly different strain of good bacteria. So think of it as a buffet for your inner garden. And if you want to be like the superstar, okay, you're going to focus on prebiotic all stars, which the specific fibers your good bacteria crave the most. So we're talking onions, garlic, leeks, asparagus, artichokes. We're talking about a green banana, oats, flax seeds. Start slow and drink plenty of water if you're going to start these, because the gut bacteria might throw a party that gets a little too loud, if you know what I mean. So start them slowly. Second, we are going to send in reinforcements. The probiotic strategy. This is about introducing new beneficial live bacteria directly into the city. And while a good supplement can help, definitely, I'm a huge fan of fermented foods. Why? They are like sending in a specialized elite team of reinforcements. Think beyond the basic yogurt. Try unsweetened kefir. Try, let's say, the tangy crunch of kimchi, or a little kombucha, or some miso in your soup. These are living foods that populate your gut with powerful allies. Third, we're going to talk about avoiding the weed killer, what to minimize. It's not about depriving, but it's about awareness. Some artificial sweeteners like sucralose and saccharin have been shown in a lot of studies that they negatively alter our gut bacteria. They can actually make your garden less healthy. Antibiotics, I mean, we all know this, it's a nuclear bomb for your gut flora. Although, yes, they are absolute lifesavers at times, but don't push it if you don't really need it. This one is a big one. This is chronic stress. Yes, your mental health, physically changes the composition of your gut bacteria. It's all connected. Please hear that right. Please hear it loud and clear. A simple way to start this week, maybe add 1 serving of prebiotic food. Okay, onions, garlic, put a lot of them in your food. Probiotic food. Let's say we add some kimchi on the side of our meal. The simple act is you actively and intentionally changing your internal chemistry for the better. Your gut is so much more than a passive tube. It is an active, intelligent, and incredibly responsive metabolic organ, and in constant a two-way conversation with your entire body. When you shift your focus from just restriction to what you can add, the vibrant, fibrous, fermented foods that you're not just eating a meal, you're actually conducting a symphony of your metabolism from the inside out. I want to leave you with a little challenge. What is one high fiber food you can add to your shopping list this week? Seriously, think about it. Be intentional in adding any of the foods I mentioned, and literally you can just Google fermented high fiber foods and start adding these into your diet. I can make another video and we can talk about all the foods that are going to help your gut. If this hidden world that a lot of people don't talk about fascinates you so much, and it does for me, and you want to learn more about using food as precision medicine, hit the subscribe button. We've got so much more to explore. Literally just going into the depth, the science that seems just surface like to you. There's so much more into it. So subscribe, throw a comment in. Let's start a conversation. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you next time.